me to keep track of the ongoing list. We're live. Hi, guys. Hi, Tammy.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, Amanda Carroll. How are you today? Nice to see you in the room. And I want to invite all you guys to welcome our good friend, Secrets of the Red Moon, my good friend Dean. And some of you know Dean. Tammy knows everybody. He's always out there on in our chat rooms, being our bookkeeper. But anyway, please check out Dean and please go and see his channel and subscribe to him, because when I bring my guests out, I want to see that their counts go up. And hi, Chris, welcome. And, just go and check out Dean, Secrets of the Red Moon, please, and subscribe to him. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And it promotes my good friends that are out here with me. So I'm going to get Chris down here.
Hello, real country women of Hanover.
Yeah.
Hanover.
She's in the States, so she's not in England. Of Hanover. All righty. No, we're not beautiful ladies. We're a lady and a man. You got it wrong, real country woman. This is Dean, Secrets of the Red Moon. He's all man. Anyway, it's an easy mistake because usually I'm out here and it's usually Anne or somebody with me. But yeah, hi, Anne. How are you? Nice to see you. They're all starting to come in. So it's okay. It's, you were automatically, because every week you come in and you say, hi, ladies. So it was just a habit. We get it. Not to worry. Yeah, Dean, I'll I heard you on YouTube. Okay, great. So Chris, yeah, everybody, whenever I bring out anybody with me, please check out their site, their website, and please subscribe to them. Okay, follow them. Dean does lives. He doesn't do videos like I do, but he's always out here. He's current, and he comes out with a lot of other readers as well. So does great readings, and we love to work together. So it's been a while. And so when Dean approached me, I said, yeah, I got Saturday. We can do Saturday. So they're all saying hi to you right now. So that's great. So we're just going to wait for the room to pick up a little bit more before we start. And how I do this is I will do Tammy first, unless we get a super chat in the meantime. And because she's our doorkeeper and she's my monitor and she's always here for us. And then any members that are members on my channel, they get priority next. Okay, so that's how we do it. Super chats first, and always, and that's how it goes. So I hope everybody's keeping well. And how are things in Wales, Chris? Blustery and cold. England's had a lot of rain and wind and storms. So yeah, pretty busy with really crazy weather over there, but it's been crazy for us too. But we're supposed to warm up. Today I have rain as well. And I'm dog sitting. And so there I was this morning having to put a raincoat on 2 dogs and take them out together. I don't know how my husband's going to do it because he's on a motorized vehicle where he has a disability. So he says he's going to take them out. And I'm thinking, I don't know. Yeah, Dean and I might not be out as long as we normally do. Very cold here. How is it where you are? Yeah. How's it where you are, Dean?
Well, we had tornadoes here yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
And, yeah, about a town over, it got the brunt of it. And there was a lot of damage. So my part of town, there wasn't, the most we got was hail damage. So not too bad.
So did it get hot? Was the weather hot?
It was in the 70s. Well, we expect the tornadoes to happen in the spring here in the Midwest because we're like in the tornado alley. So we expect it in the spring. We just hope for cold winters because the colder the winters are, the better our spring will be without the tornadoes. If we have a mild winter, we're going to be having some crappy weather in the spring.
Wow. So, wow. That's not good. Yeah, tornadoes are pretty scary. And usually it's in the areas where the weather gets really hot all of a sudden, eh?
Yeah, it can. That's what typically it happens when there's a huge shift in weather change. It can happen.
Yeah, crazy. Well, we haven't been lucky enough to have warm enough weather like that, but even us periodically, and it's a funny thing. I don't know about you, but when tornadoes happen, the sky gets yellow. It's a really eerie color. It's not a normal color that we're used to seeing the sky.
Hmm. Yeah, like right after it happened, they were starting to release us. We went on lockdown, well, at school for
Well,
about an hour and a half, and they put us on lockdown. We were in a storm shelter, and we parents were coming in, settling in the storm shelter too, because we're trying to keep as many people safe as possible.
wow.
So because it was about 30 minutes to dismissal, about almost close to an hour to dismissal, and we were on lockdown. And the parents that were showing up, we were letting them in the building and letting them bunker down with their kids and stuff like that. That chose to come in, and then as soon as the district allowed us to start releasing students, we did. So I didn't get home until 2 hours after I normally do.
Wow.
And it was extremely bright. The sun was extremely bright.
Wow.
It was like blinding almost. It was so
Eerie.
bright.
Yeah,
It was
really
very
eerie,
bright.
isn't it? Yeah. And I
Uh-huh.
wonder if it has to do with that sky having that yellow cast to it as well, that would make the sun seem even brighter, right?
It was very yellowy. It
Yeah,
was hard
yeah.
to see.
Yeah, that's where you're really, and we've had tornadoes here too, not in the city where I am, but the outskirts. And to see the damage, it's devastating. What it can do, it just sucks all the moisture out of the ground. Everything looks gray and chopped down, right? So it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you talk about having those storm shelters. They're a complete, they're like a bunker made of cement, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like layers and layers of those big cement concrete blocks a
Yeah,
lot of times. Or sometimes they are renovated like on the interior side of the building, and they'll renovate several rooms and reinforce them with more with sturdier walls.
yeah.
At one school I was at, we had a new addition made to the building that was a storm shelter, and it had windows in it, but it was like extremely like thick bulletproof glass, so nothing could shatter. So it allowed in natural lighting in there, which was great. But it was, yeah, they can be it,
It can
it,
be
it
very dangerous and very scary, yeah. How do the
yeah.
kids act? How do they handle it when you have to do that with them?
I think most of the kids handled it really, really well. It's just trying to keep as many people as quiet as much as possible, because we need to be able to hear the sirens on the outside, and we also need to be able to hear news traffic coming on the radios, on the internet, and through
Oh,
our radios. So trying to keep a room that echoes quiet is not easy. I think some of the biggest issues were that the kids wanted to use the restroom, and we can't just let people out of the
oh,
shelter.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So we had a couple of kids that had some accidents, but nothing too major.
Wow. Yeah.
But
That's good. I'm glad to hear that, it missed you guys. And, it's always
mhm,
devastating that you get hit at all. But to think that you
yeah.
guys get at least notification quick enough to get your kids into
Mhm.
safety, right?
The principal came online, it's like, this is no drill. You teachers, you need to get the kids into the storm shelters now. We are under a severe warning. I'm sure you hear the tornado sirens going off, and it's usually once a month they'll fire the sirens up to test them out, to,
Yeah. Yeah.
for testing
Yeah.
them.
See, we
So
don't
we're
have that.
usually the first Saturday of every month. Sometimes they change it to Wednesdays, but we have the sirens tested out just monthly, just to see if they're still working up and running. Hey Queen, how
Wow.
are you?
Hi, Queen.
So I
El
did. Oh, I'm sorry. I did pull cards for I didn't know for Tammy Bambi because I thought she was first, so I didn't
Yeah,
know.
and Mr. Maurice is coming with a super chat, but I wanted to, if you would address Elaine Cousins. Are there a lot of houses in the area built of wood?
Yeah, they're just standard houses. They're built of wood, and they have siding on them, and they have brick. Some have stone. It just depends.
Yeah, there are a
But
variety.
we usually come with we have basements here, so we have that structure that support. So
Yeah,
if we
yeah,
need to bunker
foundation.
down, we could.
Yeah, Yeah, not like the buildings, like you say in Florida, which are on a cement slab. You know, they can just be lifted off of that slab so quick. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and in homes back home, it's similar to Florida. They're built either on concrete slab, but the closer they are to water, they're built on like the piers, the stilts, so they shift so they don't crack and fall apart.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Okay, so guys, you're ready to do wait a minute here. You're ready to do Tammy, right? Because
Yeah, I had pulled cards for her since she was first.
before Mr. Maurice came in with a super chat, Tammy, we're going to do Tammy, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do Mr. Maurice. Okay, so okay, guys, that's how it works here. Any personal questions require a minimum of a $5 donation, and then we will address your question. Okay, so okay, Tammy, let's see what kind of message you have for today.
Well, I got you need to allow things to unfold around you. You're in a situation where you've had learning like a lot of life lessons, I feel like, but you're remaining optimistic because I have the Page of Wands and the Ten of Swords here. So it's leaving of old wounds, lessons learned, but remaining optimistic, creative, or allowing messages that will spark your creativity. I even like this Page of Wands only because it does have that like it looks like a robin there or a cardinal, I'm sorry. And
Cardinal,
it's just it's very, very something very angelic about that to me. Because I do think birds are messengers of spirit. And it's left you feeling like having to pick up the slack again with the Five of Pentacles. So just understand that even though these may be trying times, just allow things to unfold because it can lead you down the path that you're supposed to be on. And everything that's happened for a reason, and it's to made you to be stronger and allow you to grow.
Okay, beautiful. Tammy, I've got the card Outside Forces, and it says unknown figures are driving the situation, and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon, and you're going to be okay. So, if you're working towards a goal or something that you're wanting to see come to fruition, sometimes there are delays. Okay, there's detours along the way. So just sit back. It's a things like this can be out of our hands and out of our control, and if we surrender to that, it's going to work out. You're not getting your rest. You could be getting up in your head and worrying about this situation. So try not to do that because believe me, a judgment call is coming in where you will be able to maneuver through any difficulties and move forward. All right. You also have the Eight of Wands and the Lovers making decisions, but don't make them too quickly. Okay. The Lovers is that card of making a decision or a choice that could be on a heart level or an emotional level. Try not to lead with your heart, lead with your head, and don't do it in a big hurry because this Eight of Wands is fast moving action. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's see, Mr. Maurice. Hi, Mr. Maurice Evans. Thank you again for always coming into our room. Hello, Brenda. Final step of my job promotion on week 8 is the interview. Do the cards need for me for the outcome? Will I be offered the position? Okay, so that's what we're dealing with. His job and his career.
Let's see, the job and the position. It feels like you've invested a lot of your time into this, I would say. A lot of determination and hard work, because I do see starting off with the fire energy, the Knight of Wands here. So you've been aggressively pursuing this job, this passion that you're wanting to see, and it does look like towards the end with the Ace of Wands, it does look like you will be getting it, but and it'll allow some free time for you just to relax. But it's been heavy weighted on your shoulders, and I feel like it's been something that's really been troubling you. And you had to let some things go with it, because I do have the let it go card here, Oracle card. So I have the Knight of Wands in the past position with the Ten of Swords. So it feels like something you've been aggressively pursuing, because what has been going on has not been working out for you, or it's not something you want to stay in. It's something you want to move forward to. And it has come with some type of loss to some degree, to where you have to change, because nothing is happening for you where you're currently at. And it's allowing you to come outside your box, to be creative and see the possibilities, take on those new challenges. But it comes with needing to recuperate and relax and rest just to some point, because I do have the four of swords here. So there might be some time off that you might need to take to relax, recuperate, or allow time for you to take a vacation, if just to relax and recuperate before taking on this new job. But it looks like it's moving down the path you need it to go. I do see on the bottom of my deck, I do have for you the Page of Wands here too. So there's a lot of creative and insight coming towards you. So just allow it to come to you, and let go of what doesn't suit you, or that doesn't resonate with you.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, Mr. Maurice, your oracle message is a great one because it's wealth. Okay, look at those gold bars. And what it says is you are working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. So basically, this is what you're doing. It's amazing how the spirit sends the right cards for the right questions. So you're on the right track by continuing to pursue this. I wouldn't get yourself all upset if this position, if you don't get this position, but I'm seeing things as a positive move here. You're nobody's fool. The fool shows up, and you're definitely ready to take a leap forward. I mean, you've pretty much done everything that you can with applying for this promotion, working hard towards it, doing what you needed to do. And the universe says that as long as you have done that, crossed your T's, dotted your I's, and got your chickens and your ducks in a row, this is a good possibility. You're not taking this leap of faith lightly. This is very important for long-term career. King of Wands, stay focused, keep moving in that direction, go big or go home. Don't slow down. This is about you moving forward and staying proactive. This is your career. This is your livelihood. And that's why I'm saying stay focused on this goal, come what may. The King of Cups is, the beautiful energy of a father figure or someone you lean into for a soft landing, a shoulder to talk to. They come in with very helpful advice, and they come in on a compassionate level. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you get ahead. They're there to advise you what's best for you. Take that advice if you get it this week during this interview. The Nine of Wands says, don't give up. You've created something here. Don't roll over no matter what. This is your ace in your pocket, Mr. Maurice, if you do not get discouraged and give up. So keep moving forward because the world is your oyster. You're able to go after what you want. This will be the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. So I'm thinking that your interview will go well. Okay. I'm seeing things going well for you. It may be a waiting period because this is your final step to your job promotion, the interview, but you may not be the only one that's being interviewed. They're telling me. So be patient if you don't get the answer right away that day. Okay. So that's what I have for you. I hope that helps. Oh, be quiet, Drew. That's my dog that's sitting. He's a Chihuahua Jack Russell mix, and any little noise he hears, he thinks he's a pit bull. He's hilarious. His name is Pip, and boy, that's a perfect name. He's a Pip.
You're welcome, Maurice.
Okay, yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome.
I got One Love next, correct?
You got One Love next? Yes. Okay, here we go. One Love. Welcome. Oh, I want to get some names to see. Okay, so we've got One Love. Righty. Would like to know if my husband and are going to work things out. Thank you. Okay, so One Love is presently separated. Okay, from what I remember from our last reading. So she's wanting to know if they're going to work things out. So we've done a few.
Yeah, that helps make these cards make more sense now.
Okay.
I feel like she's open to the idea of it. I
Yeah.
do feel that she's receptive of that to try to work things out to make it something work to put forth that effort. Because I do have my oracle card says open to flow, receive the divine guidance, and this came out along with the high priestess. Okay.
Okay.
So this is telling me the Six of Swords with the High Priestesses. You made decisions where you had to separate and move towards greener pastures, calmer waters to allow you to get some perspective, some clarity. Usually you see the Six of Wands when you're trying to rebuild, to restart because something's not working out in the past, right? So you typically do that in order to move forward. But I always caution people that try to run away from past things, past issues, dramas, and anything in between and everything in between, is you need to address that, handle that, and have some type of closure with it if you can, because things can have the tendency to resurface if you don't handle it. In the center of my reading, I do have the Page of Pentacles here, that peace offering, looking to offer that change, that grounding, that allowing for that olive branch, if you will. But you're nobody's fool here either, because remember, with this Pentacles, you want to make sure you're maintaining some form of dignity, some respect, and some grounding to be able to maintain everything that your basic needs of, like food, shelter, money, a stable foundation. That's that stable foundation that you're hoping for and wanting for. But what I'm getting is you're not the if this is to be, it's the control with the devil, which is the sex, the drugs, the rock and roll, that control, that bondage, right? um and I either it's not wanting that or a fear of that creeping back in again. Remember, you have to have those set boundaries and stand on your own 2 feet, saying this is what you will allow, this is what you will not allow for. And that's where this King of Wands energy I feel is coming from. You need to be assertive and say, I will not have this, and set those expectations as boundaries, right? You need to be upfront and honest. I do have the clarifying card of the Tower underneath. This does mean that there can be some bricks loose in your foundation, or trying to stabilize that relationship, putting the pieces back together. Oftentimes people think this is probably the worst card that you can get in the deck, but I always spin it something positive. Like nothing can get worse than this moment. We can only look forward to the future and make things better, learn from our past mistakes, and to move forward. So best of luck to you. I really hope whatever decisions that you are making, that you're being really consistent. Do not allow for to be manipulated or controlled. Set those expectations and never settle. Just do not settle. Okay, you have to make yourself happy first before allowing. It's like you have to love yourself enough first, and find your happiness first before allowing somebody else energy in to affect that in any way, if that makes any sense. But that's what I have for you. One love.
Okay, One Love. I pulled some romance cards on this as well, and I will pull some tarot on it too. You have to trust. You have to trust this process. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, I know you do, and I know what the other readings have told you in the past, and it all comes down to taking time. Okay, this is going to take time, and communication is so important. Clearly decide what you want, and make sure that this is exactly what you want. Be careful what you wish for. Okay, you guys have separated for a reason, and we don't know what that is. And he's chosen to do this. So it's up to you not to sit there and wait forever. He has to make up his mind, and it has to be a duality here. You guys need to communicate and talk about it more. You know what? Give your relationship a chance. Work on that. Okay. This is the two of you communicating, discussing things. You know, he may not want to be out of this relationship either, but whatever circumstances have come into play here, you know, it's going to take time to get through this. So let's see what we've got here. Oops, we got 4 of them. Okay. So coming in next, sorry, I had to get the dogs ready for Andre to take them out. And I said, you can't take 2 of them at the same time. So I've got the one in here with me. Okay. So, you know what? I think, you know, it's about you seeing the truth here. You've got the justice card, and once you discuss things, you're going to see the truth come into play, and then you're going to be making a decision. A judgment call is going to be made. But this is a card of second chances. Okay, so there could be a discussion going on between the two of you that in time you will be able to work out. It's a brand new beginning, and you guys might be discussing money. Okay, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles here. You might be having to discuss finances and money. You know, both of you have to realize that being married, that money is very important, and you need to discuss those finances with each other. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles says it's moving slow. You know, I'm not surprised. I said to you, you need to give it time. You need to have a full communication with him, sitting down, the two of you discussing this whole situation. Okay. I don't see him changing his mind right away, but I think you need to be thinking about money. Okay. The two of you, I mean, you are legally married. You're calling him your husband. You need to be prepared. Okay, you need to be prepared. Don't get caught, they're telling me, with being shorthanded. Okay. Right now, you guys might be discussing money, and you might be because things have to be paid, bills have to be paid. You have to be taken care of in the way you were used to being. I'm sorry. You were used to being taken care of, whether you have a job or not. Okay. I'm not saying that it's all his responsibility, but you guys are partners. You're in a marriage, and that's important. I see conversation coming in about finances. Okay. So have faith. The big thing here is communication, talking this out with each other. Okay. But it's good. It's slow, because the Knight of Pentacles is very slow action. Okay. It's not going to happen overnight, but I'm just saying to you, I want to see you prepared. Okay. Don't get caught. You know, because sometimes if, you know, he might want to, you know, he's on his own. He feels he's got his own expenses. If you guys are working that out amicably without a lawyer, that's fine. But you can only let this go so long, right? Maybe you've already made these discussions. I don't know. All right. And you're sitting there hoping that he's going to change his mind and come back. It's going to take a long time if he does. Okay. You need to communicate more with each other. All right. So I hope that helps you, one love. Thank you for trusting us to do this. Okay, so we got Trend Zone. This is Gerald. Okay, you're muted. You got to unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
I muted so I could shuffle cards.
Yeah, I do the same thing because it's loud. And I thought, did I mute you or what? You know, like, no, you can't unmute them if they muted themselves. Isn't that funny? So, okay.
So I said, hello, Gerald.
No,
I said,
we're hearing you. No, isn't that funny? Yeah.
The cards I have for you, it looks like it's been an answering to a wish. I don't know if you've been wishing something for something, maybe a connection with somebody, or dreaming of getting that contract, that new deal, or that working with even doctors, I would say, to get a fresh, clear bill of health. However, that resonates with you, or meeting somebody new, or taking that chance to get on to start a new relationship or rekindling with somebody. That's this energy I'm feeling with this reading. The oracle card I do have, it says carve your own path, and that could mean anything really. It's just make your reality, your truth, your passion. Make it plan and make it stick to that plan, right? And you can only do it your own way. And if you mess up, oh well, who cares, right? Because it's your path, it's your journey, it's something that you're wanting, something you're seeking out, something you're trying to own, right? It's your path. But I have that card, and I have the star here. And as Brenda says, you're always wishing upon a star, right? You're manifesting that dream. You're actually focused in on that, harnessing that energy. There has been in the past to the present, you've been rising up to the occasion, standing up to opposing individuals, or any types of adversities with the Seven of Wands. And I think that builds character. It's built your character, your self-esteem up more to allow you to either A, meet this particular empress that you're desiring potentially, or allows you to get in tune with that feminine energy or that creative side to give birth to new ideas. However that applies to you, own it and work with it, okay? But I feel like it is harnessing that energy, like wanting to meet your match in a way, because I do have the lovers here in the future, coupled with the what is this one? This Knight of Cups here. It's a different Knight of Cups because he's riding a fish. I should have realized. But yes, it's that Knight of Cups here. And that Knight of Cups is that helpless romantic, wears the heart on their sleeves, that's very cautious to some degree, wants to help those in need, and tends to be that dreamer, that lover, that looks for that, that just tries to look for that lost someone that needs help. This is the type of person that could even take a little lost puppy home and rescue it, or rescue a cat or an animal. Just that hopeless romantic that loves, that likes to give their heart. But this is the energy I'm getting. And whatever you're doing, just make sure that you're using your strong intuition. Okay. If it feels right, then go for it. If it doesn't feel right, then walk away or set some clear boundaries, especially when it means this, because this could mean partnerships as well as signing contracts or what have you. So I hope that resonates, and many blessings to you. Oh, you're muted too.
There we go. Real Country Woman saying that she's trying to hit the dollar sign to ask a question, but it won't let me purchase. So I don't know. Any idea what that is? Does that mean she doesn't have a YouTube? She isn't a, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Real Country Woman. You just basically go down there and hit the dollar sign. It opens up and you can submit your payment. It doesn't tell you where to put your question. You put your question in after. Okay. Once you make your payment, then you can put your question in if you can't put it in there. Okay. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. Okay. Okay. So let's go on. Trend. Okay. So we had some cards here that got stuck together. So you've got a few messages coming in when I was shuffling. Right now, you kind of think like you're hanging in limbo. Things aren't moving very fast right now. This is a pause state of action, and that's okay. Maybe it's just that time of year where, you just, things aren't moving too quick. I know you're in Chicago. The weather isn't 100% what you want to get out there and hit the ground running and do the things you want. But this is a temporary pause. You could be thinking and mulling over something that you want to do. You also might be thinking about, like Dean said, wanting to meet somebody, partnership, waiting for your ship to come in. But remember, you got to get out there and promote yourself, big guy. You can't just be sitting there dreaming about your beautiful redhead that's going to walk into your life. And he knows what I mean by the redhead. Get out there if you're wanting to meet somebody, promote yourself. Even if you have to get out on a dating app, you know what? You don't have to, you're going to meet a lot of people that you might not want. And that's why we have the slide and we have the delete button. So I think that, you're waiting for your ship to come in here. And there could be somebody. There's your redhead. Look at this. A page of cups. Okay. So there could be a woman coming in. This person may be younger than you, look younger than you, act younger than you, or maybe she just comes with this beautiful useful energy that she wants to give you time, effort, support, and maybe even some affection. So don't be afraid to do that. You know what? You believe in what you believe in. You've got the Ace of Swords here, standing up for yourself and your own integrity and truth. And this is a victory card. You've proven yourself, proven to others who you are, and you stand by that. There's a decision and a choice that you might not want to make right now because you can't see the forest for the trees. This is about finding the clarity that you need to find out. Maybe you need to seek out some advice when it comes to finances or legal issues right now, where you can make this decision when you see things clearer. Don't give up though, because you've got the nine of wands, and the 9 of wands is, not giving up, stepping up to the plate, continuing moving forward. You've created something here. And so don't give up, even though things might be going slow right now. They're not moving quickly. You stand your ground, because at the end of the day, this is what you want. You want the 9 of Pentacles, and that is your all over energy, success, peace and harmony, harvest time, being able to walk in your garden of abundance. This is about keeping your eyes open to a lot of different opportunities that could present themselves. Be open-minded, even to meeting somebody who might be different than what you perceived as your type. Okay, it could bring in it could be a blessing in disguise, because opposites do and can attract. And there's a reason why they say that. Well, I hope this helps. It's been an interesting reading for you, that's for sure. Okay. You're still muted, Dean. Thank you, Trend, for always coming in and trusting us with this. Welcome, Meg.
I knew that.
Hi, Stephanie. And hi, Maggie. Or Maggie, sorry. Maggie.
Maggie.
No, Maggie. It looks like a guy. I don't know. It's got a guy's picture here, so it could be a male figure. And Stephanie, thank you for coming in, guys. So
hello, everybody.
Okay, so we've got Elaine, and she's going through a big change right now. And,
well, it makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Real Country Woman, you did it. Good girl. She managed to do it. Okay, so.
So, Helena. So I do know that you are, from the times that I've read for you, I know that you've been in a constant flux of change and growth. Okay. Now, as far as for your question is how long before I could rent your own place, one of my oracle cards says this: create the circumstances for your own transformation. So you're going to have to put some things in motion to allow for things to take place, to allow yourself to move, if that's what you're looking for. That can be filling out applications, and they're paying and having money set aside to pay for the, I don't know how they do it where you're at. I know for us here on the States, we have to tour something, then we have to fill out a contract, and we would have to get a background check done, and they do all this paperwork, and they see if we can afford the place, or if we were trying to get a loan for purchasing our own place, we'd have to work with a lender, we'd have to work with banks, we'd have to work with the development, the person who's the realtor that's selling the property. So there's a process set in place there. So my card says you have to put yourself out there and create the circumstances for your transformation. Along with that, I have my timing cards here, right? And I threw a timing card on that, and it gave me the card stop waiting. So that means you need to get out there and start this process. Let's see, the center of my reading, I do have the Queen of Swords. You're going to have to look for and say yes or no, yes or no. You really have to ask those questions. What is included in this? What will I have to be responsible for? Okay, so there's the swords are all about opening up those communications and allowing to get the questions to those answers, those questions to your answers, and or those answers to your questions answered. There, got that one out without being tongue tied. Okay, and it's telling me that you need to be able to think outside the box even too, and make sure you're not hit up with any curveballs that may come as a shock or surprise, because sometimes things can be hidden from you and you may not know. Like there may be some, for example, water damage or to something, or foundational structural damage, and they may not be upfront and honest with you about something like that too. So make sure you're doing your homework when you are looking at these new places and before signing contracts. Now, in the past to present, I do believe you are working hard on this and doing your due diligence with the magician. You are setting those things in motion. You are working hard. You are manifesting and making things happen for yourself, as well as I got also the King of Swords. So this might be a partnership too. I have the Queen and King of Swords here. This may be a partnership with you and somebody else that might help you along the way to get the answers. Um, I I don't know if you have a confidant or partner or somebody that will help you guide you down that way, but it feels like this is probably going to be a team effort, or somebody that you vibe with, somebody that you sync up with, and somebody that's not going to, I hate saying it, but BS you along this way, that they're going to be direct just as much as you are. They're going to be able to communicate that for you. And again, this is a partnership because I have signing contracts or even just meeting somebody new throughout this process. This could be a good friend, even, or along the way in signing this or looking for this new place for you. Okay. And we always can use a new friend, right? Friends are great in that aspect. But whatever you do, you're going to be cautious before doing so, because I do have the hermit here, and the hermit is always going back within, assessing before going out on that journey and shining the light on things. Don't be afraid to shine the light on all the nooks and crannies and get your fingers dirty. I feel like get your hands dirty and really ask those difficult questions and those hard questions, and finding out all the pros and cons to a place, and also ask the people, the neighbors and stuff. Actually shop in their neighborhoods and see if that is a good feel for you, and people in that neighborhood, or even those neighbors to the properties you're looking at or the places you're looking at, because they'll be able to tell you. They have nothing, those people have nothing to lose. So best of luck and many blessings to you.
Yes, thank you, Helen. Helen says I'm single. So when you were talking, I knew what it was you were talking about, Dean. When you said, I don't know if you have a partner, but there's partnership, there's something with duality, two people. She will be doing a house share, which means she's not alone in this house. So this could be the other person that will be dwelling in the same home that she's
Oh,
going,
okay.
because she's moving to Nantes City in France on Tuesday in a house share for 2 months. So living in a house share and Airbnb for a year now, where she is now. How long before I could rent my own place? Okay. So what I've got here for you, Ellen, is shedding. You are starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and in medicine. So, this is very apropos. This is saying, this is what you're trying to do. Okay. So what I know you have to do is you have to have a full-time job, in order for you to apply for a place on your own. So this is your priority right now over there in France. That's what you need to do. This is why you're telling me you're having to do a house share. You've worked very hard, but I do think the hard times are going to be over. There's a good chance that you will be moving forward in a positive direction. So you pushed yourself really hard. I mean, it's like you're pulling dead weight uphill all the time, and you haven't found your comfortable zone yet. But this is going to end, and things will be getting easier as you start coming down the other side of this. You haven't given up. Don't roll over and give up. Okay. This is about you working hard towards this goal. And I know you're very strong and resilient. And this is you pushing forward to get this job, to get this new position where you can, because you're out shedding the one you have, right? You're standing up for yourself. You have a lot to give out to society. The Ace of Swords, new beginning, new ideas, exciting things, but also victory after the hard work that you've applied to something. You come out ahead, because here is the Justice card that says, guess what? Justice is served. And I do think that you're going to find that the things will be waved in your favor. You've planted your seeds well. Okay. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, waiting for something to happen. This is a card of waiting, but don't worry. This is the card of needless worry. You will see the harvest come in. You will see things come in for you. You know, this is about you moving to the house, but you need to get this new job because you are out shedding the one you have. And I'm going to pull one more card here to see what we have here for an outcome card for this reading. See what we got here, but it looks positive to me. You know, you want to know how long before you get this. Okay, how long before you get your own place? You're in this one for 2 months. All right, Spirit, tell me how long before she gets this place. How long before? Oh, okay. Going to be soon. Okay, so I'm looking at the number 4. The number 4 is you're in this resting period right now. You'll be there, you know, waiting for this to happen. It could happen in, you know, you're moving there for 2 months. You know, it might be another 4 weeks after you've been in this place for 2 months. But it's going to come in sooner than you believe, okay? Because you've got the Knight of Wands, which is fast-moving action, and it'll have to do with money. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is there. You'll be thinking about the rent and how much money it's going to cost you as well. Those are considerations for you. So the number 4 comes up. I know you're going to be where you are for 2 months, but you could be there another another 4 days or 4 weeks after that. Okay, might be there. You might have to be there for 3 months before you find a place for yourself. So I hope that helps for you, Elaine. You're moving to Gerard home, and we will be 3 housemates and Gerard. Okay. All righty. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in. All right. All right. So Real Country Woman, starting May 1st for the next 6 months, a marketing has firm will be promoting my songs. Will an artist like my song, and when? Okay, so we're a little bit she's a musician. Okay, so starting May 1st for the next 6 months, a marketing firm will be promoting my songs. Okay, will an artist like my song, and when? Okay, that's what we're getting here. Okay. All right. I've got to let the dog out. Be right back.
So what I got for you is, if you want this to happen, okay, you're going to have to self-promote yourself more. Okay, don't just leave it up to the marketing firm or whoever's controlling your music. Don't just put all your eggs in that one basket. There's other venues like YouTube to showcase your songs, right? There's other social media platforms that you can go live and showcase your music and broadcast it out. And I feel like that may be the best approach for you. Let me look at my pendulum here. Will Real Country Women Hanover, would broadcasting on social media be better? Will open mic nights be better too in her local area? Even open mic nights to showcase your songs, to allow other musicians and other talents to hear your work. It may allow other doors and other possibilities for you to open up. Okay, it might strengthen that pool of networking of people that might be able to get your music out there. I feel like you're a very, very, very creative person, and you write from the heart, because I wouldn't get the King of Cups as well as the Ten of Cups here, that loving family, bridging I see that arc here, that rainbow, the bridging of the community, that love, that support that you show. But my suggestion is for you is to make sure you are getting your music out there and not to put all your eggs into that one basket. I did pull a timing card for you on this, and I feel like you kind of like I feel like the energy is you're putting all your eggs in that one basket. And I'm telling you, don't do that. If you want to market yourself, don't allow just one person to do it. Put yourself out there. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and don't allow somebody else to take ownership for that. This is your creativity. This is your way of expressing yourself. So make sure you're getting out there, open mic nights, other platforms that can showcase your music, your writing style, okay? And I really do feel like you're putting your eggs in your one basket, and your hope with this 9 of Wands here, and you're just entrusting somebody else with your baby, your project, and you're not allowing yourself to come out of this barricade of wands here to shine. And I know you can shine because you do have, like I said, this King of Cups. This King of Cups wants to share that emotion side, that his vulnerable side, right? To the community around him, right? But you need to allow yourself to come out to shine, okay? And just by putting your eggs in that one basket, I have my timing cards. It's not worth waiting for. I know that's news that you don't want to hear. That's why I'm saying you really do need to. My guides are saying, yes, this is something you need to do. Don't settle on one person. Allow yourself to be more open. Even go to the park with a guitar. My mind goes to Friends with Phoebe Buffay just playing in the subway in New York City just to get heard, or playing at a coffee shop even. You can take that too. But in the past, I do have here for you, you are a dreamer. You are somebody who has that income that you can support yourself and to find your way, right? And I also with the 9 of Pentacles here, and I also have here the King of Wands here. So this is that fiery, go-getting personality, right? Very much like the Queen of Wands, will always wants to prove themselves, right? They will prove themselves. That fire energy will try to prove themselves at all costs. Okay. And at the end of the day, like I said, it ends with let me get it up here. The 10 of Cups, that community, that sense of community, that sense of belonging, which I feel like your music can support, that you want to get out there. But it has to come with some type of cost. Do not settle with one person. You're going to have to branch out. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable, because I think sometimes, with that being said, we tend to hide. Sometimes creative people, we tend to hide behind the scenes and let somebody else promote it. No, you need to get your hands dirty. You need to market yourself better and get out there. That is what I'm getting for you.
Oh, that's great. Okay. You've got the card long term, and look at the wedding rings here. Okay. I see a partnership developing here with you and somebody else, a marketing company of some sort. And I do think that you will get noticed. An opportunity could turn into a long-term career move. Or you will be asked to commit to a position in exchange for more money. Okay. Or you will be asked to commit to a position in exchange for more money. Okay. So this opportunity may come up, but they might not be offering you what you feel you're worth. So you may be going through some negotiations here. Okay. The Knight of Cups says, you love what you do. Stay true to that course. Okay. This is about loving yourself and also making sure that you're working with somebody who sees you for who you are. Okay. The page comes in, Page of Wands, and this is going after those goals, seeing growth, being proactive. Like Dean said, don't put all your ducks in one row. But I do think that there's a possibility of a long-term situation that's going to come in that will move your long-term career will move on. Okay. You've got all the resources here, my darling. You're very talented at what you do. The Magician says you've got everything there to succeed. And you could even end up with some unexpected resources that might come in to help you when you least expect it. But, tap into all that creativity that you have and keep yourself open. Don't put all your ducks, as I said, in one basket. There's going to be a celebration period here for you. You're going to feel very at home with this position that you do get. And again, it will be long term. Okay. I do think that you're going to find that there will be some sort of a commitment coming in, some sort of a partnership that will come in that will offer you long term, but you will have to negotiate the money that you want. Okay. Like I say, don't take the first offer. Remember your worth, your self-worth, what you're capable of showing them, that you're worthy. I know you want this job, but if they're able to have you able to promote and produce a contract that will say, okay, so for the first 6 months, we're going to pay you this. And after the 6 months, you're going to get a raise. So make sure you read between the lines on any contracts that you're reading. But the ultimate is the happy ever after. Okay. So I do think there's a really good possibility that an artist will like your song. Okay. Now you want to know when. Let's see when. Well, you've got the 10 on this card, and we can break that down to 1. So I think you're going to find that they're going to want to keep you exclusive. They're going to see you for who you are. This could be anywhere from a week to 10 months to 10 days to 1 month. Okay, the number 1, you can use the 1 or you can use the 10. I think by October, which is the 10th month on the calendar, in the fall, I think you're going to find that you will be secure with some sort of a job here, or rather, you will be partnering up possibly with somebody by October. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you. Okay, all righty. Thank you so much, Real Country Woman. Okay. Okay, Real Country Woman. My question is, I'm taking a 30-day hiatus. Will taking this break be good for overall well-being? Well, I'm getting a big fat yes on that one, but we'll see what Spirit and the cards have to say about you taking this, okay? Taking a time out. And they're leading me to these cards. All right. Oops.
That's an interesting card. I haven't seen that card yet. I want to make sure I'm reading that card right.
Well, these are interesting.
What I do feel like this is a positive for you. I do feel as though that you needed your own time out. You needed to put yourself in time out. And I get it. We all need to take moments for ourselves from time to time. I have even been known to irritate my own self sometimes. Okay.
I hear you. Me too.
So I really do get that. Let's see. Okay. So again, like I said, you should be open up to the possibility with it, because I feel like this 9 of Wands here. I feel like this 9 of Wands is my undercard. This is giving the impression that I'm burnt out and I'm trying to hide myself away, and I'm encasing myself in my own prison. And I was like, I don't want to deal with anybody, right? I'm just tired of all. See, with me, it's like being a single parent, having to be the sole provider for everything, paying the bills. It's like, and having to go to work and work with other people's children. And it's like, I want to be me. Where is me in all of this? Where can I shine and just do something for me and not have to worry about the effects of everybody else, right? So this is just you needing that time to almost just hide out, veg out, okay? And I feel like you are a very creative person. I do have the Queen of Wands for you, right? And she's like feel like she needs to reground herself, and she needs to be able to do something out of the spur of the moment. She needs to do something that allows her to be creative again, to dream again, to do something and do something big and huge. It almost as a way of like, what do you call that? Like when you try to prove something to yourself and own it. I can't think of the word. It's gone. It's somewhere in the ether. But allowing yourself the ability just to be, to shine, and have something of your own. Okay. I do feel as though this might come if you have a partner, there is a match here, or it could be also meeting somebody. I don't know if you are matched up or paired up with a partner, but I do feel like I do have the King of Wands here in the past. So I in the present, and I feel like this is something that you've been wanting to. If you are partnered or up, you feel like this is something you are wanting to take that trip, that to go to calmer waters, to rekindle something, even to make a happy life, a happy marriage, a happy commitment with somebody together. Or this could be a good friend, even. It's somebody that you are compatible with, somebody that you mesh well with. It could be a family member, even. Whoever this is, this person that's really close to you and nearby, this may be a trip that you're trying to plan together to move to calmer waters, to rekindle possibly something with. I do feel that things around you can be kind of like hectic. Like this card shows, oh, there it goes. I'm backwards here. This card shows like the Five of Wands here, something external. There's like a lot of external drama, external conflict, just the bickers, just to bicker around for no reason, just for the sake of arguing. I don't know if you've ever been around those people before, but they're exhausting, aren't they? And it's usually if they're up to no good, because this card shows just people blindfolded trying, instead of beating down a pinata, they're beating down like a hornet's nest or a bee's nest. That's ridiculous. That's idiotic because you're going to get stung or stung in the end, right? So you have to take yourself out of that equation. Remove yourself from that drama. Remove yourself if it doesn't apply to you, and if you know that whatever the arguments are about, that tension's about, and it doesn't, it's not true and it doesn't apply to you, then walk away because that they don't deserve your energy. Okay. And I also have the which the
Hangman.
hangman. Okay, yeah, this is a different type of hangman
Yeah.
I've seen before, but this is basically to allow yourself to free yourself to see the possibilities for what they are, and being able to stand on your own 2 feet, your own convictions, and not allow others to judge you or pass judgment on you. Usually when you see the hangman, you do see him with the cross leg, which symbolizes a cross, that allows you to say, I'm standing up for my own convictions at all costs. I'm all in, or you're all out of something. But you're standing up for what you believe in, and you're not allowing others to to tell you otherwise. And I also have it's a good possibility. So if you feel like you need an R&R, then you need the R&R. That's what I'm going to say. If you feel like you need to take a breather, then you take your breather. You have to listen to your gut intuition. You have to listen to your instincts. If your body's is going on that panic mode, that shutdown mode, that survival mode, that means it is time for you to take a break. So hope that resonates. Many blessings to you, Heather.
Thank you so much. Well, interesting cards I've got too. You've got the card that says, find ways to lighten up and not take everything so seriously. So it is a time for you to pull back and realize that not everybody agrees with what we do in our lives, and they don't have to. This is our personal journey, and you need to do what's entirely and 100% right for you. You also have the card expression, and it says you need work that lets you express your creative self. Okay. You could do well at writing, blogging, or a career in communication. Well, pretty much you're good at doing that anyway, but you might be taking some time to step back and start scripting, writing, and journaling what it is you truly feel in your heart you would like to do in this time off. You got the card, am I focused on what I want most? Okay. And it says, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. What you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, Heather, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments and prioritize those? Okay. Your next card you got is, what am I looking for outside myself that is already within me? Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward to find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. And that, again, is you stepping back to think and reflect and prioritize what it is you truly want to do. Breathe in your favorite essential oil. Inhale deeply with your belly. Drop your shoulders and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready for the answer. The last card you've got is, what can I burn? Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the image that runs through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth, a reboot. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready, so use them. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Amen, she says. Wow. So beautiful cards. Definitely, find ways to lighten up and not take everything so seriously. Take that time. And while you're off, focus on what you want most and, and what you're looking for. Remember, it's not outside us, it's inside us, right? So when we go within, we never usually go without. And burn all those outdated thoughts about yourself. Let that past go while you're taking this time off. And you know what? I can see you blogging and writing things down, which is going to make you happy as well. So thank you very much, Heather, for your super chat and asking us to do this for you. Okay. And we've got
Daisy, it looks like.
Daisy, super chat. Okay. Daisy.
She sent $1.99, and she sent, like, I guess a $3.99 too.
So she's $4.99 or something. Okay, so but we need your question, Daisy. Okay.
She did. Says it's up there, right above her $1.99 one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll go back here. Oh, okay. Here we are. All right. What option is recommended for me? One, continue in current job until the end of this year. Go for 2 years MBA. Join another job as soon as I find. Do a certificate program. Okay, so first of all, Daisy, you've asked us 3 questions. So they all have to do with your career. So basically, when you pay us $5.99, you're getting a double reading from 2 of us. 1 question is usually sufficient, but that's okay. We're going to address it because all of them seem to pertain to the same thing, your career. Okay, so do you stay? Do you go? Or should you do a certificate job in June? Okay, certificate program, leaving job.
I'm kind of hearing more towards a certificate, but I could be wrong. I hear that you need. I did a timing. I used my timing cards for you, Daisy, to see when would you make up your mind and you're making this decision. Because when I saw that my clarifying card was the High Priestess, that means you're gonna. This to me, this is your own intuition. You know what you need to do. This is telling me you're going to make the plan that's going to be best in that moment at that time. And the timing card says patience is required. This could very easily mean that you don't have all the factual information to make that overall decision. And when you do, it has to be a way for you to be creative and make it your own space, make it yours, right? So it's a timing thing, as well as you're needing to acquire information, because you have all of these. It's like almost like the 7 of Cups with you, like all these dreams aspects are all up in the air, but not quite sure which path to choose. But you're gonna have to really dive into that. And I say get your hands dirty. I've been saying get your hands dirty a lot. Today's shows like get your fingers dirty in the soil, like planting almost. You're gonna have to find some truth to what it is you're wanting. You're going to have to really think about, if I do A, What are the pros and cons of this? What are the pros and cons for this one? What are the pros and cons for that one? Can I afford to go back to school to get my certificates to do this? You have to really set a plan out and weigh those options accordingly. Will you be successful? Absolutely. I do feel like you're going to give birth to that new idea, whatever it is, and you're going to go forward towards it fast and quick, because I do have the Ace of Wands here. It's that new beginning that you're looking for, that new aspect, that to go towards the light, your truth, your happiness, whatever drives you. I do have that in the center of my reading. I also have the King of Cups, as well as the Page of Cups. So this is like that dreamy state, right? That emotional grounding with that dreamy state, that ideas of pursuing possibly education. Because I do think I remember reading about the Page of Cups. Something in particular is that they're very much, not even are they artistic, but they also like to pursue education as well. So it could be very easily that you may need to get more information about education. You might also need to get more information about what dream path that you want to pursue. Because remember, I see Seven of Cups in my head when I'm thinking about you. So it's just all these bubbles, these ideas are up in your head that you really have to hone in down and weigh the pros and cons list. In the future aspects, I do have the Eight of Swords as well as the Stars. So with this Eight of Swords, I do feel like too that not to limit yourself to one perspective again, because if one idea doesn't work out, remember you still have 6 or 7 other options, or 3 options in your case. So again, you're going to have to weigh those options. Don't just settle on one. Really entertain the idea of all 3 ideas and look into them heavily, and then make the best option. You may even need to go and talk to somebody like a close friend or a family member that may be a sounding board for you, so that you can make that right decision. I know for me, it's usually my dad. You know, like, well, what the heck are you doing that for? You know, so again, I do feel like you're going to make the right decision with the High Priestess, but it's definitely something you really wish for. It's something you're aspiring to do, is to move forward with it. But I feel like so you're really going to have to do your homework and weigh out all the options.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Dean, you've got clear your mental and physical clutter. Okay, you will feel so much better. This comes down to you making up your mind what you really want to do, Daisy. Okay, this is, I mean, we can't tell you what to do. We can't tell you what to choose. We can only tell you what the cards say and our guides are guiding you to do. And you have 100% control of what it is you want. What passion am I ready to pursue is your other card. So your passion will continually lead you to your purpose. What passions have you put to the side, given up on, or buried? What passion is ready to come alive in you? Write a list of the passions to which you want to give life right now. Then journal how you can incorporate more of what you are passionate about into your daily life. Trust your soul's whispering and let your passion draw you towards your dream right now. Again, coming down to making your mind up and making that decision. Okay. So the other card that you've got is looking, okay? And it says, it's okay to look for better work. Be discreet in your search. In other words, don't let everybody at work know what you're doing, okay? Because you got to keep this hush hush. There's always going to be somebody that's going to rat on you. There's always going to be somebody that wants to jump in your seat. So be careful. You need to be aligned with your life purpose to be fully satisfied. Again, making that decision. What do I want to do? Do I want to take that course? Do I want to, do I want to do that? Do I want to stay where I am? Do I want to move on to another job? It all comes down to you and what it is you want to do. Okay. So you have to make that decision because you've got everything here to make it work. Okay. You have all the tools you need to succeed, but you have to put in the effort. You excel at working with your hands and fixing problems. So remember that. Don't be afraid to go after what it is you want. Again, with Dean, he mentioned getting counsel, getting advice, getting help from somebody. This is the King of Cups, somebody who cares about you, somebody who steps out to give you wise counsel here because they care about you on an emotional level. You might be speaking to somebody who's going to say, hey, you know, I'm in your end of the ring. I'm here if you need to talk. You need to communicate with somebody that you can trust. Don't make it somebody at work. Okay. They're telling me. The Knight of Swords comes in, and this is you charging towards your goals, but I want you to put your brakes on. Don't be too quick to accept the first offer. Don't settle. Okay. You're looking for what is going to be right for you. Okay. Make sure you're clear and concise. Okay. Be transparent with yourself as well, with whoever it is that you're going to be dealing with when it comes to moving forward. You know, I get the picture. You don't want to stay where you are. You don't want to continue in your current job until the end of this year. However, you know, go for 2 years. Okay. Or stay there for 2 years. I think you're wanting to move on. I think you're in a position that you can't wait to get out of there. But I want you to put the brakes on and think about it, because like you said, your finances are what are on the line here. Okay. So you have all the tools to make anything work in your life. Okay. Clearly decide what it is you want. Okay. And then I would pursue that. I would pursue that direction. Once you have this, once you figure out what it is you truly want to do, if it's to take this certificate program, if it's to stay, if it's to go to another job, then be proactive and go for that. Okay. Get in the game and go 100%, be all in. Okay. So that's what I have for you. So thank you so much for, for getting your super chat right and for asking us this question. But yeah, $5.99 is one question. It's always one question. I mean, when you get a reading with us, it's 50, it's 100, it's $150 readings, and we take time and we pull a lot of cards. Here, there's two of us pulling maybe a maximum of 5 cards on a reading. So it's generally one question, but you pretty much got your answer that you needed out of all of them, because they all pertain to the subject. So thank you so much, Stacey, and welcome to the room. Okay, Erica. Hi, Erica. Welcome. Erica's always my standby. She always comes in, and she wants a general today. So, okay, Erica, let's
Beautiful.
See.
Okay. Let's see, what do I have here? Okay, let's see. The center of my reading, I have the High Priestess. So there might be decisions being made. There might be decisions and ideas that you might be giving birth to. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because I noticed there's a baby here, and you also have the High Priestess too. So I don't know if somebody's expecting. I don't know. That just seems. I don't know. I'm seeing babies, if that makes sense. But okay. So I do have the High Priestess. So it's making those decisions, those gut instincts, and not allowing other people to sway you. Okay, making those hard, difficult decisions. And why? Because you are making those hard, difficult decisions by judgment, right? You're allowing yourself to rise above no matter what is going on, and being able to stand on your two feet and answer for all the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything in between, right? When judgment comes down, that's when you're actually being held accountable, right? That's that true accountability to say, yes, I did this, and I did it this way because X, Y, and Z. And it's being, in the past and the present, it's also being blended with the Lover's card. So this to me is showing that there's maybe rising above when it comes to contracts, partnerships, or allowing yourself to heal from past wounds or wounds that allow you to move forward. It does show the Nine of Cups here, which can mean various things. This can mean a happy life with a setting with that wealth and abundance around you, but it can also mean retirement as well. So I don't know if you're also in the mood able to retire, but you will have that abundance with you there. Okay. It's also that wish card, that dream card. That's that wish that you are on a star with, and in mind, in lack of better terms, because there is a genie there. So it is making some form of wish. Okay. And it ends with the Empress. So this is telling me whatever ideas you have, whatever you're pursuing, you're going to do so. You're going to do it with grace and dignity, and you're going to give birth to those ideas. And it's something you're going to be moving quick on, because I am getting some type of confirmation from, because the card on the bottom of my deck is the Knight of Swords. So this is telling me that you're going to get your answers quick and soon, or you're going to make a path to get your answers that you seek. Many blessings to you. And what did you get, Brenda?
Okay, I'm just going to speak to and welcome Donato here. Can you guys help me? Yes. Donato, you have to make a donation, minimum of $5. Okay, and then you can submit your question to us, because you're getting a double reading today. Everybody here that you see is paying us for private or personal readings, and that's how it works here. Okay, Erica, what I've got for you is let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. I want you to be transparent. I want you to be open. When you're communicating with anybody, lay your cards on the table, be an open book, and you will probably get the same due courtesy extended to you. So don't be afraid to speak your mind, okay? You got the card reflection. Take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. Okay, so you might be at a crossroads trying to decide where it is you want to go and what you want to see happen in your life, whether it's relationship or job. I do see you're very independent. Look at that cute cat. Don't you love it? It's time to go out on your own and create your own business, or try something well outside your comfort zone. So don't be afraid to speak your mind, speak your truth, go after what you want. You're looking back with hindsight, but you also need to look forward with promise and with vision. There may be a lot of options, choices, decisions that you may feel overwhelmed with coming in down your path. And it's important that you look at long-term longevity. Don't take the first offer. Everything glitters isn't gold. If it looks too good to be true, chances are it is. Be very mindful of the choices you're making. When you're in discussions and communication with anybody, you're stronger than you really believe you are, and you'll be able to get through any of these obstacles. However, this is a card of looking at situations and listening to the other side of the story. Go in there and be diplomatic and articulate. Don't go in there with the roar of the lion in the heat of the moment. Say things you can't take back. This is about catching bees with honey, not with vinegar. You've got the Justice card. Something's going to work out in your favor. So if you are communicating with somebody, okay, think about how you're talking about the situation, and that's what's going to win the day here. Justice is a card that says you'll come out ahead of the game. You're moving on from a situation that didn't bring you the satisfaction that you wanted. This is the Six of Swords, moving from troubled waters to calmer shores. You may be contemplating or in the process of leaving a situation that has been disappointing. You haven't seen the rewards or the return for what you invested into it. At the end of the day, all you want is happiness. This is the Nine of Pentacles, walking in your garden of abundance. But again, you need to be open-minded to new things. You need to be, she walks always with the falcon with the hood on, and that's an indication you need to keep your eyes wide open, looking at everything from a wider and broader perspective, because when we least expect it, you may see something that you never thought you'd be interested in show up on your doorstep, and it could be a blessing in disguise. So this is a card also of success, entrepreneurship, and being successful as a self-employed person. Okay, so this is what I have for you. It all looks pretty positive. So don't be afraid to go out after what you want. Okay, thank you so much. Hi, Mary Cass. Okay. Too cute for you. Don't you love that name? Okay, too cute for you says, can you look into how it will go between me and Rani? Okay, so let's see what we've got here. You're very welcome, Erica.
I feel like this relationship has taught you a lot, and I feel like you're not 100% sure about what you should and should not do. I do feel like you don't like being imprisoned. I feel like you want to have your cake and eat it too, okay? Because I do have the bottom of my deck, I do have the world, but what is it going to take to get here? Okay. That may mean allowing yourself to be open to receive the flow of the divine guidance. That can mean you having to go within, work with your guides. That might mean searching your soul, looking within with past relationships, how they unfolded, and what you want out of a relationship, what you don't want out of a relationship. And only you can answer that. But what I'm feeling like is you're wanting that change to move forward, right? That change to move forward with this death card. You're open to the ideas, that perspective of being in love and being in a committed relationship. This to me shows the King of Pentacles here. I don't know if that means being like at a position to be financially secure and stable. I feel secure and stable, but you have to not sacrifice what your thoughts process is for what love is. You have to, I almost want to say, need to respect yourself, and not allowing financial stability to be your guiding light, to be your answer. Because yes, money may make things, financial stability may make things easier, but basing a relationship on material, something material like that, can, it just doesn't work out. It won't. Um, you need to rise above and own the various aspects from your past to move towards your future, to move into that light. I do feel that this is a call to action for you to take a back seat, rest and reflect on where this relationship, how it needs to unfold. Because sometimes relationships, spirit brings us relationships in just to learn something from about ourselves, and then we need, when the time is right, we need to cut that off and let it go to move on to the next. Sometimes people are placed in our network so that we can learn something, learn a skill, to learn something from them, or, and then we have to let go. I don't know if that it applies to you per se, but definitely you, this is something you really need to reflect on, what you want and what you don't want. I do feel like right now, with the last card I do have is the Nine of Wands, which is telling me um, this can be like imprisonment, false imprisonment. This could be or this can be also seen as holding on to what you believe in, what your heart is believes to be true. However that applies to you, either you need to break free from whatever this is, or you need to bunker down, hold on to what you have, and work on that relationship. But only you can answer that. You know how this relationship is, and you know yourself, and you know that individual. So many blessings to you. And what did you get, Brenda? You're muted.
Thank you. Okay, so too cute for you. I mean, you're such a bright light inside. Stop dimming it. I don't want to see you settle for somebody. You've got the deception card here, which is in the center of your reading. Often this is referred to as the liar, the cheat, the thief. Okay, be careful. Get to know this Ronnie person completely before you jump to conclusions. I don't want you to settle because you think that this person's going to be is going to save you, because I don't see this happening. I want you to be very careful of him. You may just be learning about this person now. I don't see this as somebody you have been hanging out with on an intimate level for a while. You may have known this person in the past, or you may feel as though you've known this person in the past, and now all of a sudden you want to step up, and you deserve love, but you deserve the right kind of love. I want you to be careful with this situation. It's safe for you to love, but be careful about who you choose. Okay, open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all, but I want you to be careful. You know this person well before you give in. you know, the Lovers is here, but the Lovers isn't about, you know, it's a possibility, but the Lovers is always a card of making wise and mindful decisions and choices. It could be on a heart level and an emotional level. And I always say with this card, don't lead with your heart, lead with your head, because sometimes, you know, love is blind, right? And we just see, we want to get caught up in that beautiful emotion, and it's beautiful and it's always new and bright and it's exciting. But I want you to be careful. You have to be careful of who this person is. Be transparent. Make sure that they sit down and you share a lot of dialogue together. Make sure you can trust this individual and they are being truthful to you. Your girlfriends are there around you. You might be having friends around you that you want to celebrate and go out with. I'm thinking that it's time for you to enjoy yourself and not sit back and worry too much about this Ronnie guy that you want to be with. Go out there. Don't hold yourself back and wait for this person. They may come forward, but I want you to be very mindful and very careful about this person. I'm not saying this person's a bad person. I'm just saying I think they're withholding the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They're going to tell you what they want you to know. Okay. So just be careful. And don't settle. Stop dimming your own light. Okay. You're worthy of someone who's amazing in your life. Okay. That's what I have for you. So I hope that helps. She's laughing. Ha ha ha. So what does that mean? Does that mean we're dead on, or does that mean we're dead off? She's laughing. You know,
I don't know.
We don't
like, because when I had this King of Pentacles right here, I couldn't tell if that was her energy or his energy from mooching off.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's she's more invested into this relationship than he possibly is. So I mean, that card, I feel that energy can go either way almost.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the whole thing too. So just be on your guard, okay, sweetheart? You have that ability to be worthy of having some amazing person in your life. And so don't settle, don't dim your own light and settle for something, because you think that they could be portraying that there's somebody they're not. So, or they could maybe not be as available as they're letting on they are. So be careful, get to know them, okay? Okay, so I think these are all our super chats that we've got done, and we're down to 6 people. So whoever's in the room that is in the chat room, absolutely 100%. Okay. I love it. Thanks. Too cute for you. I don't sugarcoat. I mean, and neither does Dean. We call it as we see it. So, and it's usually spirit that's guiding us, and we're getting downloads all the time intuitively, what the messages that we need to let you know. So, okay. I think we've caught up with all our super chats, and I want to thank everybody. We're down to 6 people. And so if there's someone in the chat room that hasn't had a couple of cards, we usually, when we do this, we only pull 3 cards or 2 cards for anybody that's in the chat room, because we're not completely out of the room yet, but we're going to be shutting down soon. So if you have a question, it's a super chat donation. If not, let us know who's in the room right now. Okay. We've got 5 people in the room, and then we will be thinking about shutting down soon. Okay. Closing the chat room. We've been pretty busy, haven't we, Dean?
Yes, it's been really fast.
Yeah, I know people say I go at a fast pace, but I never want you to feel you're rushed or pressured or pushed, Dean.
No. It's great because I can see the super chat. So when you're reading, I can move on to the next one. So I'm not.
Yeah, and you've been right on the ball. So you've been ahead of the game. I've seen that. You've got your cards all ready to go on to that next super chat. So you're really organized, and that's great. So yeah, but I like it when my guest and my friends can go first, because it keeps me on the ball, keeping the the list accurate and up to date. So okay, guys. So if nobody Mary Kath. Let's do Mary Kath. Yeah. Yes. Thanks, Mary Kath, for staying with us here. I will definitely pull a card from you, sweetheart. Yeah. Let's see what we got from Mary Kath. She's Anne Marie's daughter. Anne Marie Studdard that you see in the room all the time, Dean.
Uh-huh.
So this is her daughter.
Something about believing in yourself, Mary Kath. I have that card for you. You always have to have faith and believe in yourself, but let me get more clarifications on this. 2 cards. One more second. Interesting. Be cautious, but yet allow yourself to pursue whatever doors that open up ahead of you, because believe in yourself, trust that you'll make the right decision, trust you're making the right choices in the path. I have the wheel of fortune. Okay, so now it's opportunities to take the wheel of here. Like I keep seeing like a ship's wheel, like guiding it. You have to choose that path. Okay, choose that door you want to go through, because if you're not proactive and choose the right door, spirit has just will randomly, meticulously just pick one at random for you because it's on that path. So you need to take control of that wheel and steer it towards the opportunities that are opening up, the ones that you want. Okay, and you're going to need to do so cautiously, because I do have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is the slow and steady knight. So it's not going to be a decision that's going to be that you're going to have to, it's going to be easy yes or no to. It's something you're really going to have to think about to take that next step forward. But whatever you do, you need to trust and believe in yourself, whatever that is you're pursuing.
Okay. Oops. Sorry, Stephanie. I was in a hurry and I didn't type your name right, but I know how to spell your name. Okay, Mary Kath. I've got, what is my body telling me right now? Our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears, the beliefs that limit us. Listen to your physical body, and you will be led into the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. Get the book Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. Well, they're really advertising, right? And find the answers to, towards which your body is guiding you. And that is a good book, but that's your choice. Your mother is into so much holistic healing as well. So maybe you need a Reiki session with your mom. Okay. So think about that. Excuse me. We're always negligent with our own. Now, the next card you got is stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. The next card you got is no one said this whole life thing was a race. It's okay to slow down. All of these messages are telling me that you might be feeling a little bit out of sorts, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or physically right now. And I know you carry a lot of stress with you. You internalize it. And sometimes we carry other people's stress with us that we're very closely linked to, that we love and care about. So it's time for you to shed something here. You are starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and in medicine. Oh, that's interesting. Excuse me. She says it's so true. So, you have the same abilities pretty much that your mother has. I have to tell you. Okay. I see that. My guides are telling me. So start taking care of yourself. Okay. And that doesn't mean go get a manicure and a pedicure. That means working within yourself. Okay. So you need to balance yourself. Maybe you need to do more meditative work. Maybe you need to have your mother lay her hands of energy on you and to bring all these things out, because those chakras are not just for physical things. They're for emotional things. They're for everything we carry from the past forward. So, slow down, stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders, and let go of things that you're holding on to. Okay. Because your body, your mind, and your spirit are telling you that it's time for you to do that. So, she said, so true. So thank you so much, Mary Kath, for confirming that. I love it. And I love you too, and your mom. Okay. So Stephanie's here. So Stephanie will pull a couple of cards for you as well.
I had to actually look up a reference for a Greek god here just to kind of understand this card even better. Because I'll explain it. So the oracle card I have for you is, sorry, my light's in the way. It says, allow life to unfold around you. Allow for it to unfold around you. You can't do that if you're just rushing through life going at a fast pace. Sometimes you have to pump the brakes on that and just live in that moment. Okay. And what do I mean by that? Well, I have the two cards I have for you is Temperance. And this Temperance doesn't have an angel on it. No, it's a little different because this has the Greek god Hermes on it, right? And I know it's Hermes because it has the winged hood and the winged sandals right here. And what's interesting about Hermes is he is the Greek god that is the fastest runner than any of the god or goddesses. He has swift agility. He can move at the speed of light. Okay, he's so fast and so quick. And this being on Temperance means you need to take that time out and allow things to happen around you, to put the pause on it. And that's how these two cards blend very nicely together. Allow life to happen around you. You need to assess it. And sometimes it can be something as simple as watching the sunrise that you see in this card, where Hermes is just grounding himself within nature. And sometimes living in that moment means you don't really have to rush to get things because you have everything that you need around you with the Knight of Pentacles. All your wants for, it's there. It's just have that time to yourself, or bring a companion or a friend along and enjoy that company with somebody, or just take a time off and take a vacation for yourself. Whatever, however that applies to you. I'm kind of excited. I wish I could even say that for myself, but yes, just enjoy your surroundings and live life. Okay, take a breather.
Okay. Excuse me.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just me. It's just this tickle in my throat. Okay, Mary Kat, thank you so much. So this is your message, Stephanie. And then the chat room is closed down. What am I afraid of losing most? Okay. As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was, to make room for what will be. If you were to take this big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of these things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you're going. You know, this is your mantra today. I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. So don't allow yourself to get caught up in false illusions. Don't allow yourself to be afraid. Don't let fear lead you on your path. The next card you have is open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let the love flow in. You could be feeling a little out of sorts today. You might be feeling a little unloved. Know that you're never alone and that spirit is always there to show you the way. When you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. So those are the messages I have for you, Stephanie. I hope they help. I hope they bring you some peace and into the equation. So, okay, guys. So, hi, Kiva Lions. Welcome. We're shutting down now. Chat is closed now. Thank you all for supporting our channels and sharing and caring to be here in this chat room. And we're sending you lots of love and blessings. So, nice to see you, Kiva Lions. I'll pull you one card, my darling. And here it is. Okay. Kiva, you got, to whom am I comparing myself to right now? What you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today, stop comparing and start creating. So that's your message for today. So, okay, Dean, this was great again. You've got your chat off.
Yes, it was. It was fun.
It was great. We always work really good together. And yeah, you were right on the ball. It was great to have you ahead of the game. And when I had to slip out a couple of times because these little four-legged dogs of ours here, and I took on another one, which I adore him, but he's decided that he can't sleep alone. He's got to be in bed with me. And he's a little Chihuahua, so he climbs under the covers. It's amazing he doesn't suffocate, but they like to be warm, right? And his mommy's in California for a week, and she has stage 4 cancer, and she knows her days are limited, and so she goes when she can. And to look at her, you'd never know. She's a miracle walking, but they can't cure it. So anyway, I of course said, hey, don't put him in a kennel. I'll take him. He loves my dog. He loves my cat. They get along together. So I said, he's in a home and he knows the home, and we just live, in the same building. So it's just that now I have two of them to feed, two of them to walk. One that wants to sleep in my bed, but at least he's tiny. I'm glad of that. But he's funny. He's got to lean right up against you. And, it's like he's pushing me out of bed. His little tiny spindly feet and legs. It's like he thinks he's a Doberman, I think. But he's adorable and he's sweet and we love him. But anyway, that's what my week is about this week. So Andre found out what it was like to take one out, then come back and then take the other out. He's on a riding mobile vehicle because he can't walk right very far. So yeah, so I said to him, I don't think you're going to be riding with two. You take one, then you come back and get the other. You can't. He thinks you can, I'm sure, but yeah, no, I don't want to see anything happen. So listen, it's been great. I really enjoyed it, and I hope Kathy is okay. So anyway, we're going to shut down. We're going to shut down, then we can chat. So thank you everybody for being in the room. And tomorrow I'm going live again with Ann Ellis Angels, as I normally do at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again. So you guys, if you didn't get a card message, tomorrow we're going to be out here again. So hope to see you soon and take care.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.